just I just got a few things, just real quick. First one is, Mr. Reed brought up about our meeting with Bear and Becker. It's the park down there on the corner of East Miami and Buffalo Ridge. We met, we are trying to obtain, we did get a $50,000 grant for this, I just want to remind everyone, but it's gonna cost more than that, but at least we got $50,000 for planning and development for this park. But we also, in this park, just so everybody's aware, we had a small little park behind the new firehouse where it went in, and we had to take that space because they needed that space. And tell me, Chief, if I'm wrong, I think for diesel fuel or something along those lines back there, so that's why we had to take all that out of there, right?
Yeah, it was the diesel pump and the generator fuel pump are there.
So we've I worked on that, we got that grant in 2021. We have to break ground this year in 2022. As long as we have it completed by the end of 2023, we're good to go with the grant. It's just gonna be a small, quaint little park, but we wanna make it nice. And our community garden, if everybody, I don't know if everyone has seen it or not, but the park will be on the corner, which will sit here, and then the community garden's right there. So they're right adjacent to one another, with that house being in between it. So that's where we're at on that. We met them back on Wednesday or Tuesday, May 10th is when we met. So we have, just real quick, we have Julie Thacker's involved in that. Mark Rosenberger from Bear and Becker, another Bear and Becker employee, I can't even think of his name. I was there and Dan Reed was there, so it's gonna be a nice little park, so. Next thing I have this is a maintenance contract agreement for mechanical optimizers. It's for the Cleves Town Hall. It's an annual amount for $587, and I'll make a motion that we approve it and for the program maintenance agreement.
I second.
You moved it, Dan?
I did.
Yeah.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Reiniger?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
The next thing I have, I went to it got canceled. It was a Strasser Construction put on a demonstration for recycled asphalt pavement. It's called RAP, it's Recycled Asphalt Pavement Microsurfacing. They had it over in Anderson Township last Friday. I took off of work, I went over on the lunch hour. They put on a demonstration. The county engineers were there, Eric Beck was there was multiple jurisdictions there. This is supposed to replace, and it looked really good, they did it while we were there. It's supposed to replace the Cape Seal. That it's just like Cape Seal, but it stays darker longer. And the main thing about it, it's less expensive, which is a wonderful thing for us. So overall, this is something we use every year in the township, and it's gonna save us some money. Exactly how much money, I don't know. But it was just a demo and it went over real well. So it's something we're definitely gonna look at for this coming.
Have they used it any place that you can go look at it?
They use it, well, they use it there. We can look at it there. It's in between, it's on a street where you turn off Beachmont Avenue to get to Chick-fil-A and a big shopping area there. So it's a highly traveled road. And all of our roads are 25 mile an hour. So that's what this is, so it would be the same difference. They just did it last Friday. So I'm gonna drive back over and maybe have Dan or Ronnie look at it, especially you, see what you think. In the next 2 or 3 weeks after, that traffic's on there all day though. They said the more the traffic's on it, the smoother it gets. And it was pretty darn smooth when I was there, so it looked really good. But the big thing is, besides, the main thing is less expensive, but it stays black like your shirt, like for years. That's what they're telling me. So we know we put that onyx down and it's turning in 6 or 7 months, or even quicker than that. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a win-win for the township and our taxpayers, so.
Stands up to the salt pretty good and everything, no problems?
Yep. Yeah, we went over that, Eric Beck addressed that, a lot of issues, the plows,
The plow.
stands up to the plows, so just like the Cape Seal does, so I think it's a good thing. The next thing I have, the ice maker down at the, at the concession stands in our park quit working, I think it's been a year now, hasn't it, Paul, or two?
I don't think they used it last year.
So what's quit working, that's why. So, I'm not making a motion, this is just for information, so Kim got me the make and the model and serial number, I'm gonna call them tomorrow. My thought was, I'll bring it up our next meeting for approval to order it, and we'll replace it up here and move this one we've had for the last, what is it, 5 years old?
You're gonna take this one down here?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna put the new one here, and take the one that's been up here 4 or 5
Is this one the same size as what's there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we wanna do. That's what we did when
Like
we
we
put
did
that
last
one in.
time.
Yeah,
Remember?
but that's a much smaller one now.
Yeah. It's just-
I get,
Well, yeah, huh?
I can't believe it's been already 5 years.
Yeah,
We
it's
did
been
that.
that quick. Well, and Kim brought up a good issue too, we can discuss while we're on the topic of ice machines. The downstairs here is being rented more and more, that we need to look at either a smaller ice machine or that one. So we really could do either way, we could take that one downstairs and order a new one for here and a smaller one for down there, or vice versa, we could do that, so. So I just wanted to present that to you, just for information, and I'll start working on that.
have you asked JJ in reference, will they use it down there?
Yeah, I just talked to Andy Messer, him and his wife has been manning all volunteers this year, I've talked to him 3 times about it, I just talked to him last night. And he thinks they need it. They were talking about buying a deep freeze and buying big bags of ice to make it from week to week, and I'm like, well, that one up there has been 4 or 5 years old, let me see what the board thinks about replacing it and moving that one down here. So, I figured if we put it downstairs or we put it down there, one way or the other,
Good.
it'll get good use.
Could this one be put down there and that little one down there be put downstairs here?
What little one?
The little one that's down at the park now, could that
Well,
be put down here in the basement?
It's broke, we can see what it costs to fix it, I haven't attempted that.
Cincinnati Ice serviced that 2 years ago.
Because it's going on now, what, it's going at least 8, 9 years old, I think.
Yeah,
But we could look at it, I mean, we'll look at it and see what they think. That's a good point, I really wasn't even thinking about that, cause I was thinking it would, so old, that is it worth it to repair? So, but we can look at it. I got one more thing, I have a resolution. It's a resolution authorizing participation in ODOT Cooperative Purchasing Program. And what it is for us to, pass this resolution, and it is so we can participate in it, and it's an agreement with the state, so that we can use Strasser Construction on 421 micro surfacing, 422 chip seal, and 423 sealing, and hot applied, I guess that's the onyx, I guess. So, I'll make a resolution, or a motion that we pass a resolution, it's number 2020-22-04. And I'll make that a motion.
Can you second that?
Okay, Mr. Reiniger,
Yes.
Mr. Blanton,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
All right, anything from the public, last chance?
One thing,
Yes, sir.
Dan, has there been an update on the sewer on Marshall?
On what, I'm sorry?
Marshall, where they tore the old firehouse down? I thought they were gonna put a sewer down there to control that water that went into the firehouse.
You're talking about on French?
French,
French,
okay,
Yeah,
French.
Mike should,
Yeah,
have-
so-
I don't have anything on it.
We're working on it. We're working with Bayer and Becker. We are trying to come up with a plan that fixes it at most cost-effective and timely, as possible. And so we are still working on a proposal that we can approved, so it's still in the process. I don't have anything, you know, hard, facts right now, but it's been a regular discussion. We understand that we can't just have it keep flooding, it's just gonna be an issue if we don't. It could create an issue for the new firehouse, so, I mean, obviously, we're putting a parking lot in right there where the old firehouse is, and that needs to be fixed first and foremost, so, yeah, it's in the works, but, yeah.
Anything else from the public? What about executive session? Does anybody make a motion for that? Do we need to do an executive session? I'm asking.
Are we, I thought we were discussing, I didn't have anything, I wanna thank Chief Lacy for letting our kids tour your.
Sorry, I
tour
wasn't
the
rock
park.
there.
I know.
We're out.
They loved it, by the way, thank you.
I think,
I thought we were.
do we need to talk about that?
I thought we were talking about meetings.
Yeah, I thought we.
Oh, we could talk about meetings also anytime.
Okay, I think we have, yeah, I think we need to go with that.
Or we just need to specify, that's all. So, do you wanna make a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion that we go into executive session for contract discussion, for personnel discussion, and meetings, and meeting times and dates.
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Reiniger?
Yes.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
All right, thanks everyone for coming, we appreciate it.